Feeling confident and safe during sex as a sexual assault survivor is a deeply personal journey that involves addressing both your emotional and physical needs. Sexual trauma is complex, but for many, it's violating and can leave you feeling powerless. How you respond to sexual trauma is unique to you, your healing journey, and your personal relationship to sex and sexuality. For example, because I believed sex was tied to purity and my worth growing up, when I experienced multiple incidents of assault, I felt deep shame and like I lost my chance to be good, or lost my chance to experience a fulfilling sex life in the future. This made me feel completely disconnected from my body and disconnected from pleasure. In my 20s, disassociating during sex was something I often dealt with as a result. So here are some other effects of sexual trauma. Feeling out of control of your sexuality, which may include doing sexual things you don't feel good about, feeling uncomfortable or disgusted by touch. This article shares many survivors struggle with negative thoughts and feelings toward their body image. Some survivors will blame their body for the abuse, feel hatred towards it, or feel disconnected from it. Recollections of a survivor's trauma can manifest during intimacy in the form of flashbacks and body memories. Flashbacks can make a survivor feel as if they're re-experiencing their trauma in response to particular kinds of touch, words, or scenarios. Of course, one might have PTSD and anxiety that manifests itself during sex, or an overall fear surrounding the enjoyment of sex. But hear me out. It's not impossible to rebuild sexual intimacy within yourself and with a partner if you want to have sex with a partner. You deserve to connect to your body and sexuality again on your own terms, and you should only engage sexually if and only if you want to. How I go about healing may be different from what you need, so here are some things to think about. Listen to your body. Pay attention to when and how your body wants to move. Experiment with activities that give you pleasure. It doesn't have to be related to sex. For example, when you're hungry, eat foods that you love. Experience touch in different ways. What does a hot shower feel like on your skin? Hold hands, cuddle, and hug if that feels good. Ease your body into welcoming, intimate, and pleasurable touch without the goal of it leading to sex. Explore masturbation. This article says this can be one of your most powerful recovery tools. It gives you the chance to practice experiencing sexual pleasure without the pressure, fear, or distraction of a partner. You can practice working through triggers, dealing with intrusive thoughts, and being present. This helps you feel more confident and open when you're ready to have sex with a partner. It's also helpful to evaluate safety before engaging in sexual activity, and I mean thinking about your physical safety. Do you feel turned on, anxious, numb, enthusiastic, disassociated, relaxed? What about the environment you're in? Is it comfortable? It may have to be a familiar location where you have control over the surroundings. Identify and understand your boundaries. This article says to make a mental or physical list of sexual boundaries and share those parameters with your partner so they can be aware of your safety needs. Think about what positions, movements, activities, smells, sounds, textures, words, and types of touch might trigger a flashback, memory, or dysregulation. Be in constant communication. The only way your partner will know how to honor your boundaries as a survivor is by telling them what you need and don't want during sex. For the partner of the survivor, it can be really helpful to do your own research. The more partners know about themselves and each other, the hotter sex can be. You should also be checking in with each other during sex. Be mindful of nonverbal cues and body language. Take things slow. There's no rush. Focus on pleasure, not perfection, not orgasm. Sex does not need to happen a certain way to be pleasurable. If you find yourself being frustrated during sex, take a break. Don't push yourself to do something that's not working or is causing you distress. Lastly, consider working with a therapist, especially one who specializes in trauma or sexual assault recovery. The more support you have, the better. Good luck.